Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rayge, and we are back today with a very much anticipated update here in regards to Charles Xavier. But more importantly, guys, many of us, including myself, have been wondering what his kit was going to be like. And yesterday, they dropped a huge bomb on us in terms of how powerful Charles is going to be. Hands down, without question, he's going to be the most powerful character in Marvel Strike Force. So definitely want to take advantage and unlock him as soon as possible. An absolute game changer, right? So in case you guys missed the blog post, they've done a really good job giving us a summary and as well as kind of what he's going to be bringing to the table, which is really cool. And yeah, guys, like I think he's just going to blow away all the other mythic characters that already exist in the game. Without a doubt, without question, he is going to be the most powerful mutant character. So I'm just going to skip all this here because it gives us a little bit of an overview, because they do actually talk about each and every one of his abilities already. So I think this is a good place to start. And keep in mind, he's going to be an Omega level controller. He's going to be bending the battlefield to his will with devastating psychic mastery. He doesn't just fight his enemies, he outthinks them, sweeping away negative effects, breaking their will with relentless attacks, and even erasing battlefield effects with the sheer power of his mind. And you can see here, there's going to be some different mechanics involved with some of his abilities, which is why it's going to make him one of the most unique characters in the game. But remember, it does sound like there's going to be quite a difficult path to actually unlocking him, especially since it's almost kind of a Dark Dimension-esque vibe with the Gear Tier 20, but at the same time, obviously bringing back that Age of Apocalypse kind of setting as well. So you can see, his influence extends deep into his enemies. He can seize control of their minds, so there's going to be some mind control attacks for sure. But it actually utilizes two characters with the most damage to attack his primary target, and he reduces their max HP, very similar to what Mephisto's mechanic is like as well. But specifically, his passive also activates on his enemy's turn, and it forces them to also strike their own highest damage ally. So once again, reducing that target max HP, which I think is going to add a lot of value, because he's going to be getting these attacks directly and indirectly from his enemies and whatnot. He also manipulates them at the beginning of battle. He denies them of taunt, speed up, defense up, limiting that speed bar manipulation. So we've kind of seen this with a lot of new characters already, but more notably now, this is how we can counter the speed meta, and especially when you add it to some of these absolutely massive mythic characters, they're going to completely have control over the tide of battle, essentially, right? But there's not just there, guys. There's more than that, right? Not even battlefield effects are safe from Xavier's mental dominance. His special ability absolutely wipes the enemy's influence off his side of the field. But when it comes to the enemy side, he calls upon, and yeah, I was expecting this. I wasn't sure what mechanic was going to come in, but he actually calls in a different variant here of Cyclops, Age of X. This unique version of Cyclops is more than just a summoned ally. His ultimate shatters enemy barriers, clears battlefield effects, and then obliterates them with a devastating optic blast that denies revival. So very similar in a lot of ways to the Cyclops that we have right now, because he can also take away revive, but he clears barrier and also, again, clearing that battlefield, which is very notable, guys. And then last but not least, this is, I think, going to be the kicker that kind of puts him, gives him the edge over a lot of characters in the game, which is he does it with a absolute finality. He has a very powerful ultimate ability that clears all enemy barriers. He bypasses trauma, and then he also delivers a crushing attack. If these enemies are underneath that 25% HP threshold, he erases them from existence. It ignores death proof, and as well, it denies revives, ensuring they're never going to rise again. So again, all the kit details are here, guys. You can see his speed's gonna be that raw 127, global mutant controller, mythic X-Men, right? And let me just quickly go to his ultimate here, just to show you what that sounds like in terms of the description, right? So again, flipping offense down, clearing barrier on all enemies, attacking all enemies that are under 25% for 25% of the target's max HP, ignoring death proof, and passive that triggers when a character drops below a certain health. So no matter what mechanic is involved, he's going to be bypassing that. 750% piercing, and also reduces the max HP by that same amount. A kill by this attack cannot be revived, unavoidable, can't be blocked, can't be counterattacked. And then again, back to how notable his passive is, right? Enemies can't assist, they can't gain taunt, speed up, defense up, darkness or slow. So even counters actually Shadow King. All characters' speed bar can only be filled by normal means. And then that mind control mechanic that we talked about. So a lot of other things going on here in terms of obviously some synergies with X-Men, but there you guys have it. Great that we finally got the announcement. Great that we finally got the kit details. Without question, he's gonna be such a sweet addition into the game. I'm just glad, like, as we're kind of ramping up the festivities here with Age of X, they've released this, and now everyone can see how powerful Charles is going to be. He is gonna absolutely change the game mode setting for all game modes, guys. He's going to change the very dynamic of Marvel Strike Force. So definitely stay tuned. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more content, a lot more events tied back to how we're going to get more materials and resources. So stay tuned for that, guys. I'll be on the lookout for that as well, and to help you with planning. And obviously, I'm personally planning for that as well. But yeah, exciting times, guys. Let me know anything in the comments below. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.